suspected something. So he wanted me to go through endoscopy. And when I went through endoscopy, I was diagnosed with gastroesophageal cancer. Uh, so I went to the treatment for gastroesophageal.
What year was it?
It was 2004.
Today is 2019.
That's right. And in gastroesophageal cancer, I had to go through every step in that case. So I went through chemo, radiation, and then surgery. So they have removed 1/3 of my stomach and 1/3 of esophagus. The bad thing about this gastroesophageal cancer is that survival rate is reasonably low, particularly when you consider 5 years survival. It becomes very, very low. And in fact, most of the doctors that when they look at my case, I have been told at least 5 times by doctors that you are a walking miracle, because most people, when they go through that treatment and the surgery, they can either number one, they don't survive too long, or after that they cannot eat this thing, they cannot eat that thing, their energy level is very low, and all kind of problems. In my case, disappointing you a little bit, that I eat everything and I drink everything.
No, why do you say disappointing? That's,
No, I'm joking.
That's a wonderful thing.
Many of my friends make joke that I give a bad name to Jains. So, in terms of energy level, I think I work now harder than I ever worked, and that has not been a problem so far. That's all there is. In fact, what the biggest effect of that on my life was that, as possibly you know, I used to work in video and all that kind of thing. But after going through my treatment, maybe I should share with you an anecdote, because that's a very interesting reason. When I was going through this, I became a very close friend of my surgeon and my oncologist. And I always used to joke with them that you guys do black magic. You don't know what you are doing, you just do treatment. Sorry about that. But one day they come to me and they give me, they tell me that we are going to start your chemo tomorrow, and it's going to be Fuchs 5 and cisplatin. So I asked Bill Walker, who was an oncologist, that why are you giving me this? He said, because it works. I said, how do you know it works? And he said, it is the worldwide protocol for gastroesophageal cancer. And I said, you did not answer my question. So Matt Brunson said, Bill, don't even try to answer the question. I will answer him tomorrow. So next day, Matt Brunson brought something like 8 to 10 research papers to me and gave it to me. So I went through those papers. So 2 days later, when they again came, they asked me, so what do you think? I said, I changed my opinion about you. You don't do black magic, you are astrologers. So they said, and why do you say that? I said, because astrologers had good intention. They wanted to help people predict the future, and that's what they were trying to do. But they didn't have the data, they didn't have any analytical tools. So because of that, all the astrology was based on very simple cases that are almost always wrong. And same thing you are doing. All these cases that you told me, they are from Dublin hospitals, 90 patients, 3 protocols used. In one case, 52% people survived. In another, 44%. And in the third case, it was much poorer. So 52 is better than 44. So that becomes a standard worldwide protocol. They said, yeah, you are right. That's how it was decided, but what could we do? I said, well, you could not do anything. That's why I said you are astrologers. Yeah. But just think about this, that if 3 people did not survive in the first case, and in other case, the 3 people survived, the world would have been different. They said, yes, that is right. And I said, and the real reason that I said that is, they were all the patients in Ireland, in Dublin Hospital. I am a Jain. I grew up till 16 years of my age, not even eating onions. I never drank alcohol at that time. And all my lifestyle was completely different. Then I moved to US. I live now in California. My lifestyle is completely different than Dublin people. What happens to you people talking about genetics and epigenetics? You don't use any of those things. So Matt Brunson said, Ramesh, I know about you because we used to talk about research also. He said, I will guarantee that we will cure you. And I said, but you got to do something about this. I said, Matt, if you cured me, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change my research and work in this area. And that's what I'm doing. That's how can I build a personal model? How can I understand individuals, help them in deciding what their lifestyle should be, and do that. So my research is completely motivated.
That's really